Chapter 176. At this time, the sales lady walked up to Alex before she said, "Sir, if you're not going to buy a house today, then please leave now. Do not affect the other customers who are here to purchase our properties today." Emma sighed before she tugged at Alex's sleeves and said, "Let's go, Alex. Let's have a look elsewhere instead." Other people also started booing Alex at this time. "If you are poor, then please leave instead of being an embarrassment here." Alex remained motionless before he said with a smile, "Do you know why all of you cannot afford to live in the villas here? It's because you're all short-sighted and there's no way any of you will be able to afford to live in a villa in this lifetime." Harold continued insulting Alex at this time. "Ha ha ha. Alex, are you really going to continue to lie here? Is there anyone here today who isn't richer than you?" Alex raised his eyebrows before he said, "Harold, you keep saying that I'll never be able to afford any of the properties in Beacon Top. What are you going to do if I really do own one of the villas here?" At this time, Harold laughed before he pointed at the tallest high-rise building on the table before he said in an arrogant manner, "If you can afford to own any of the villas here, then I, Harold, will jump from the top of this building." Many people who were surrounding them also followed suit as they shouted, "Yes. If you can afford to own any of the villas, I'll jump off that building too. That's right. I'll jump off the building if you actually do own one of the villas in Beacon Top. I can't tolerate anyone who pretends to be someone they're not." Emma had never felt more embarrassed than this in her life. Therefore, she started complaining as she reprimanded Alex, "Alex, do you really want to challenge them and embarrass yourself now?" At this time, Alex remained calm as he smiled and said, "My dear wife, why are you so sure that your husband will end up embarrassing himself?" After that, Alex took the key to the villa and the access cards out from his pocket before he said, "Look at this. This is the key and the access card for Villa A07. Olivia laughed as she replied, "Alex, do you really think that we'll believe you just because you are holding a random key in your hand? Do you really think that we're mentally retarded?" Alex handed the key and the access card over to the salesperson before he said, "Well, why don't you check if this key and access card is real?" The sales lady could recognize the key and access card as soon as Alex took it out from his pocket. She knew that this was the key and access card that was exclusive to the owners of the villas in Beacon Top. She was really shocked at this moment. Was this person really an owner of a villa in Beacon Top? If he really owned one of the villas, she would definitely lose her job because she had just tried to kick him out of the sales center a few minutes ago. As she thought about this, she took the key and access card from Alex before she scanned the card on the information reader in the sales center. At this time, the reader suddenly exclaimed in a robotic voice, "Hello, Mr. Anderson, the distinguished owner of Villa A07. We welcome you home." At this time, the sales lady suddenly exclaimed in shock, "Are you Mr. Anderson?" "Yes," Alex nodded immediately. It seemed that Zeke had already transferred the villa's ownership over to Alex. The sales lady quickly handed the key and access card back to Alex before she panicked and said, "Mr. Anderson, I am so sorry for my behavior earlier. I really did not know that you are the distinguished owner of Villa A05. Please forgive me for what happened earlier." Everyone present at the scene was stunned. Alex was actually the owner of the biggest villas in this community? Was this a joke? How could someone like him afford to purchase a villa in Beacon Top? The expression on Harold's face was also extremely ugly. What was going on? He really could not believe that Alex could actually afford to buy this villa. But the sales lady would not be lying, would she? Moreover, she had even scanned his access card and it seemed as though the machine recognized Alex as the owner of the villa. What was happening?